Okay, here we are at Chesapeake Beach, Maryland, on a day trip. Was over at Andrews Air Force Base, or the entrance to it, and saw a couple of Top Gun jets today. Couldn't really film it, but just want to talk about a problem. When you're out in public and want to be recognized for what you have to say and have the resources to self-publish, but maybe not get things sold, you're using your own resources, which, you know, particularly if they're inherited, that can be a problem ethically. Might not be acceptable forever to not have more skin in the game. One of the things is how you, once you're retired like I am, or single, you know, not in a family, how you have relationships with others, and are you willing to take more responsibility for others, or even for what you say, their effect on them if they find it? Are you in a position where you have more skin in the game and can take more responsibility for what others actually do, and actually have more relationships with others? My own personal model at an erotic level was always upward affiliation. As a gay man, I wanted somebody who was more perfectly male than I was. And that gets, given what's going on today, particularly with critical gender theory, that's a dicey thing. But socially, it doesn't matter whether someone is attractive, what race or gender or what anything they are. It's whether they're intact and whether they're actually accomplishing something that's interesting to me. Not just to hang out with, but whether they're actually going someplace. That matters. But sometimes one has to be able to lift others up, just like one was lifted up before, at a personal level. And that's something you can reasonably expect of people. I think on a political level, when you don't have people willing to do that as part of their identity, and I have an issue with that, on a political level, that tends to invite authoritarianism, maybe fascism, this idea of survival of the fittest, and we'll associate with the people who are the most successful and forget about everyone else, and let a lot of people become desperate and fall to the bottom and maybe snap. That's what's kind of going on in our society today. This hyper-individualism has led to a great deal of inequity that's beyond just classes. When that happens, you're inviting politicians to possibly mimic that on a scale, and what do you see? Well, you see the kind of attitudes Vladimir Putin has. Now, the difference is, of course, when it's associated with tribalism, when it's about loyalty to your tribe, and the world is a zero-sum game, and so your tribe has to prevail over others. So that seems to be one of the biggest problems at a macro level, is whether you're willing to associate with people who say they are part of an oppressed class and who use their oppression as part of their sense of identity, and whether you're willing to open yourself up to being around them personally when that's what they say the basis of their identity is. I'm part of a marginalized group, therefore I have a right to some kind of consideration, and some consideration from you to hang out with me. I get some of that, and that's where there's a real problem. So I just wanted to go over those points right now today. Again, at Chesapeake Beach, found a quiet moment to do this. Thanks.